Good evening, Silverdown. Happy Sunday evening. Hope you guys are all having an excellent Sunday afternoon. I'm in my Christmas garb. Today was our second to last Christmas party. As weird as that sounds. We're not even on our last Christmas party yet, and it's the middle of January. Hey, Charles. How's it going? Welcome in. And today was a longer Christmas party. Definitely, we started at 11 o'clock and we just ended. So it was a long day of friends and family and gift opening and eating way too much food. Had pancakes in the morning, followed by soup, homemade chicken noodle soup, and hamburger gravy or mashed potatoes. And man, I've eaten way too much. Thanks for the lurk, though, Charles. Appreciate it. So yeah, I'm going to play a little Valheim tonight until I don't want to play Valheim anymore. And then, it's really loud. And then I'm going to, I don't know. I left the Switch hooked up, so I might pull the Switch out and play something. We'll see. Hey, Tech. I didn't get to watch most of your stream today, Tech, but I did see that you were, working on decoding. Reverse engineering. That's probably the better word. Hey, Jake Pro Ninja. My whole stream interface is a little messed up at the moment too, because I still have chat's over there right now, which is not. It's normally over here, and it's messing with where I look. But I'm okay with it. It is super comfort food, but you combine that with chicken noodle soup and then a giant pancake, egg, and bacon breakfast. I've eaten way more today than I should have. Like, I should have stopped, like, after the breakfast. Not to mention, I got a bag of Dots pretzels and a bag of Skittles for Christmas. So, I'm feeling it, man. I'm not hungry in the least. PC is still stuck with the same error. That's no fun, man. And yet, you can get to safe mode. That's the thing that makes... You gotta find the driver. Like, here's what I would do if you can't figure out what is causing it. I would uninstall as many drivers as you can, and until you find one that allows you to boot. I would just keep uninstalling one driver after another until it reboots. Oh, you can't get to safe mode. Okay, that changes things. If you can't get to safe mode and it's erroring, that changes everything. I have a strong lead on how the game validates data and have been able to knowingly change a setting in raw hex. Nice! Just a setting? Or like, or were you able to get the, like, a high score changed? Because that's cool. That's always the best first step, getting to that point. I'm excited for you, though. I'm excited for a lot of things today. Today was a good day. Okay. So, last time we tried killing a bunch of wolves. Agreed on my title? I don't even remember what I titled. It was like 1035 something. Was it Fish in the Sea? Was that the number I used? I don't remember. I want to be friends with these pups. Have I played with ChatG? Oh, yes, I have, Silverdown, and it is fun. Have you seen, like, I like to post in the... I like making stories in the Discord using ChatGPT. That's what I do. I tell stories. It is awesome. It's insane. It can write code. It can do everything. This is entirely true. And here's the thing. When it comes to finding a significant other or somebody special in your life, I mean, they can literally be anywhere. You never know where you're going to find that person. And it almost... I would even go so far to say as if you're recognizing that, like, before it happens, you're probably not recognizing it. What is going on with the Switch camera down at the bottom? Hold on a sec. I don't know what that no signal message is. There we go. You know what, School Road? So was mine. First girl I ever asked out said no, except I didn't know she said no, which made it worse. She said no, and then it took like 3 weeks for me to find out she said no. That is a story that I am not a fan of. That was one of the most painful things in my life. Oh, look at those. Look at those wolves, and they're gymnasts. That one wolf just walking. That's amazing. Also, my inventory is full, isn't it? Yeah, I probably shouldn't be walking around with this much stuff on me. So how am I supposed to pick up cool? I'm gonna go back. You got overwhelmed after yours too? Yeah, no, it's a thing. Rejection is hard. Learning how to deal with it is a thing. Especially if you're not used to it. If you're used to being somebody who gets what they want when they want it kind of thing, it can be really hard. Because you think it's your fault, and it's not necessarily your fault. That's the hard part about it. It's not necessarily something you can change. See, and like putting it in like a high pressure situation too with Valentine's Day. I will tell you this, and there's still a whole bunch of little weird ironies and everything, but like my current wife, my only wife, my wife. Let's leave it at my wife. That seems like the better way to frame this. Our first encounter with one another, she asked me to dance at a dance. We weren't there as a couple. We weren't there for any other reason other than we were just there. And I don't even think I knew her name at that point. Maybe I did. I don't think I did. I don't think I really knew her name. Mad Spike, not really. I mean, there is... I shouldn't say that. I haven't... We've been to the Mistlands, but I can't go into the Mistlands because we haven't beat the boss to clear the fog from the Mistlands. And so that's kind of the point in the game where we are. And so I guess you could loosely say I'm hunting for the summons for it right now. Also, hi, Mad Spike. Guys, if you don't know Mad Spike, you know, you should. He's a member of Family Friendly Live. Very cool dude. Here, we'll do one of those fun shout-outs. We'll do both versions of it. Be sure to give Mad Spike every now and then. You'll hear me say something like "Thank you for the bits." Yeah, I stole that from Mad Spike. It's embedded in my brain and it's never left. So there's credit. You never made it past the swamp. I don't blame you. Single player, I don't know that I would have made it past the swamp either. And if it wasn't for the help of people like Kata and Cheppy, I'm pretty certain I wouldn't have. You haven't heard that in over a year? I mean, I still sing it all the time, Matt Spike. The day before remote learning, you agreed on a girl to be dating. The next day, she broke up with me. I don't think that was true. I don't think it was either, to some degree. That's not a good way to handle it, Squirrel Road. Just saying. I once had a friend get asked out by a guy. She said yes. And then the next day she broke up with him because... Well, yeah. For a very random reason. It was a very weird set of circumstances. You put it in the wrong chat. Yeah. I don't know. With Valentine's Day coming up, I don't know. People get squirrely. The season of love, all those things. I think we put too much pressure on ourselves. I shouldn't be out here at night. Just gonna walk to where the summons are and hang out there or whatever. Also, Happy New Year, Matt Spike. I don't think I've seen you since the New Year. So, Happy New Year as well. What am I hearing? I hear bad things. I don't see the bad things. Any other ways to fix your PC? I mean, the next thing would be to try to reinstall or... So, again, the question is how important the data is to you. You could try that re-image, restore Windows thing you were talking about, but you're going to be putting your data at risk. So the question is, how much do you care about the data that's on there? Because reinstalling Windows seems like a pretty surefire way to solve the problem. But if you don't have a backup or something, then I would be telling you to change out the hard drive before you did that, so that you wouldn't lose the data. Why does it keep, like, lagging? Weird ways. You tried the reset and it didn't work? I wonder if you have, like, something wrong with your hard drive and you don't know it. Where'd this fog come from? I also don't entirely know what I'm looking for. Standing here. I think Cheppy gets back today, so I'm excited about that. I get to talk to him again, maybe. I don't know. You know, you spend 2 days with somebody, and then you don't talk to them again for a while, and it's just weird. I mean, I'm assuming it's the same error you were getting before, right? I don't know. Pictures don't necessarily tell me much when it comes to fixing a machine. I keep itching my nose with my microphone. It's probably not the right way to do it, but my nose is itchy. I don't feel rested anymore. Let's build a fire. Somebody's breaking into my office. I really wish you wouldn't have done that. That was going to take them to where they were going. It's fine. Leave them there. It's fine. Wife's just bringing stuff down here to get it out of the way, and it's stuff that was where it should have been. Incomplete offering. I need an offering. I also need a fire. Man, it's been way too long since I played this game. How do you sit? I feel like I'm getting hit by something. Are my wolves standing in the fire? Why are you standing in the fire? My wolf is on fire. These wolves don't have much of a brain. Isn't it like... How do you sit? Sit. There we go. That wolf is huge. And something just went wrong. I feel like we just got shot at. What shot at us? That was weird. Seriously, what shot at us? Could have been the noise from the fire taking damage on the wolves, didn't it? I mean, maybe. It sounded like an arrow, though, didn't it? Hi, PK. Welcome back in. Thanks for the resub, man. Hope you had an excellent weekend. You're saying woo with a 7. He's saying woo. Does that mean like the Vikings won? I'm not crazy that it sounded like a fire. Or like a arrow. Well, woot. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm just wondering if the woot was for the resub or was the woot because something good happened, like the Vikings one. I shut the game off at a certain point, not too long ago, before I came down here to stream. I don't know what the outcome was. Given how they've been able to win miracle games like all year this year, though, I wouldn't put it past them. What's the Discord? They lost? Nah. Thanks, Gilligan. There's the Discord. Just pacing. Well, I guess that means I don't have to watch any more football this year. Not that I really watched a ton of it to begin with, but because you remembered. Well, thank you, PK. You definitely don't have to do that, but it's appreciated. I want to go to Disney again. I was just there, and I want to go again. Arizona Sunshine? What is that? I know I'm walking in circles here. I'm kind of just waiting for daytime. Patrolling. I'm patrolling the summon spot. I have, like, good food on me? I have a little bit of good food. I like feed them meat. Or like onions. Will they eat onions? Nope. I can't pick it back up either. This way I can pay you back for all those times in high school. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, phones can be that way. Autocorrect, all that fun stuff. Day 793. I don't know if that's further than our first server was. Kind of wonder. Okay, we gotta wander out further now that we can hopefully start to see some things. I don't know where to get these summons, though. Where's Kata when you need Kata? I hear a bee, and I do not like the sound of bees. I know there's a Deathsquito nearby. If I die, I'm so switching to Pokemon. After I get my stuff back. Debating how much I'm going to work tomorrow. It's a holiday. But I have things to do while people aren't in the buildings. Doesn't look like plains. There's too much grass. Oh yeah, the game has changed since yellow. I've got, I think I got Violet sitting right here. Yeah. But I haven't even played it yet. It's technically Link's game, so he's started playing it. He's been playing probably more Ultra Sword. But yeah, they keep adding more and more things to Pokemon, and I don't know if I'm a fan of that or not. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, same era as before, Jake Pro Ninja. Not a whole lot to do about that. I'm surprised the Restore didn't take care of it for you, though. Like I keep saying, if you have good backups, I would try to reinstall Windows. That's where I would be, because whatever corruptions happened, it's probably large enough that it's not like any repair you'd be doing would be a patchwork. But yeah, if you don't have backups, then that definitely makes life harder. This must be where I died last time. Oh yeah, it's the tar pits. Let's see if we can find those. I don't know where we get the... Can we, like, pick any of this up? It's stuck in the tar. Let's not get in the tar. Oh, there's the Desquito. I see it now. I keep hearing it, but I can't... I hadn't seen it till just now. And I hit it! What a shot! Completely blind. I can't believe that was dumb luck. I'll take it, though. Maybe I should Google where to get these summons. I thought Caddis said Fuelings, though. They surpassed Shield and Sword sales within 30 years, so it must be good. I mean... Within 3 years. So, I mean, that... I guess that makes sense, Fourth, except... And here's my problem with that logic. I think there's two problems with it. The first problem is how many people owned Nintendo Switches when the game came out versus when Sword came out. The second problem with it is I also remember all the bad press about the bugs in this game. That was significantly more than any Pokemon, like, than Sword or whatever. So, I don't know. Have you played through Violet at this point? Like, would you say that Violet's better than Sword? Because you're a Pokemon player. You've been a Pokemon player. I have not played a Pokemon game that has sucked me in as thoroughly as Red, Yellow, and Blue or Silver and Gold since probably Leaf Green. Although Leaf Green is still technically red. Set res on 720. I'd probably be playing handheld, I'm guessing. Unless I'm streaming. Is that something you can do? Can you actually set the... I've never tried that. Can you, like, force it to 720 even on a 1080 display? Just to get better frames? I've never tried. I didn't know that they allowed it. I thought it was whatever you were plugged in determined what you got. Oh, okay, so like you're forcing it on the display. Okay, that makes sense. Interesting. I didn't know there was a setting for it, though. I'm being way too cautious. I'm okay with that. It's allowing me to be chill. I also don't want to get in a fight with things I don't want to get in a fight with. Do you not be able to see well enough in handheld? Really? That's surprising. Like a Pokemon game that needs more vision? I feel like I play in handheld. Because, like, the only time I ever play the Switch is, like, laying in bed. Same with the Steam Deck. I buy these systems and then I play them in bed. That's... it's like the only time I play them. Okay. I feel like there should be bad people here. I hear the bad... Oh, we're over there. I got their attention. And I can't hit the broadside of a barn. Good job, wolves. Do any of you have what I need? None of you have what I need. I don't know what I'm looking for. Can we go into this town? Oh, the Mount Bach. Interesting. Yeah, I did see a lot of, like, riding Pokemon. That's one of the things that I miss about the early ones. Like, the whole beginning of, like, Red or whatever, you're walking slow and then eventually you get the bike. They got rid of the bikes. I mean, they're still there, but they're just not the same. Bikes were a big deal a long time ago. Now they're not. Now you just ride the Pokemon. I mean, it depends on how you define... I mean, yes, Squirrel Road, I think that's a fair statement. But, I mean, Pokemon Stadium was an N64 game. That wasn't a handheld game. I hear a fueling. I don't see it. Okay, I think I'm going to have to Google this. Mostly because I don't want to be fighting fuelings only to find out that it's not fuelings. Let's see if I can do that magic trick again. Miss. Miss. Got it. What is that on the ground? Is it just ore? Black metal scrap. What is that? Money? Money. You and me both, PK. I remember that night very well. You waited in a nice warm line, if I recall. You got to a different Walmart before we did. And then we went to Target and waited overnight. As I recall. We went to join you at the Walmart you were at. But that line was already full up. Hey, Aaron. Welcome on in. And then... Because I was with Rich and Cheesy and JT that night. Yeah, it was... You guys had a much better deal than us waiting out in the cold. It was a long night. But, got my Wii at 8 a.m. the next morning. So that was nice. And then we had... You were also with us when we got the GameCube. That was also a Walmart trip. That one was indoors, though. That was much better. Yeah, the GameCube was way better. And I got the Nintendo DS completely on accident opening night, which was funny. I happened to be in a Walmart the night it dropped. That was just funny. Ended up being like third in line. Well, it wasn't even like part of my plan that night. I was just there. Okay, we're gonna Google real quick because I don't know what I'm doing. And it's kind of driving me nuts. Look at all that fun stuff there. Okay. Yeah, I was with, I think I was with I know Nikki was there. It was either Maria or Alex Jag. One of the two. I don't remember which one. And we were just dinking around in Walmart and saw some people lining up in the video game section. I was like, what are they lining up for? And they're like, the DS. And I'm like, oh, yeah. That's coming out tonight. And I think in my head it was coming out the next day, like because it just didn't click in my mind that it would be releasing at midnight, like all the other ones. Like that wasn't in my head at the time. Valheim bosses. I'm just gonna start there. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is Yagluth. 10,000 HP, place 5 fueling trophies. Fueling trophies are... I'm just going to look it up here. So I'm guessing it comes from fuelings, but I'm just going to confirm before I keep walking around aimlessly. Fueling trophy is a rare drop from fuelings. Stingy fish bait. Wait, what? Crafting stingy fish bait? Fueling trophy is purely decorative and serves no gameplay purpose like other trophies that can be mounted. Wait, now I'm confused. Is it or is it not the summon? It's purely decorative. That's not what it is then. I'm getting misinformation here. Let's try this again. He appears as an ancient fueling spirit, inhabited, blah, blah, blah. The crown rests... That's nice. I don't need the lore. His location can be found when visiting, blah, blah, blah. He is summoned by placing 5 fueling totems. It's not the same thing. Fueling totems are an item found in fueling villages. Back here, I missed the whole thing. And ruined structures. They are also a rare drop from fueling berserkers, which are the guys that are bigger, not the small ones I've been killing. So do I need to find more villages? Is that... Because this one's already been looted. So I probably need to find another village. Like, guess we're going for a walk. Do-do-do. And then with the Nintendo Switch, the Switch was the first Nintendo system I didn't go out of my way to get right away in a long time. I was so disappointed in the Wii U that I didn't get the Switch until Father's Day after it came out, which was like, I want to say 7 months later. I don't regret waiting that long, but sounds good, PK. I'll let you know if I end up playing it. I might, depending on how this little hunt of mine goes tonight. I'd like to check out a new game anyway. It's kind of been a new game week for me. But we'll give this at least an hour, hopefully, before I try to switch. Why is that guy running? As long as he's not running towards me. I only bought a Switch once they announced the real Mario game for it. I can get behind that. So actually that was kind of what I was doing as well, Tech. So when the Switch dropped, the only game for it that made sense to buy from my perspective was Breath of the Wild. And Breath of the Wild would have been like everything that I was being told at that point and everything I had seen. People were saying Breath of the Wild was worth the system itself. So, like, it didn't matter if you got any other game, you know, pay the $200 or $300 to play Breath of the Wild. And I was like, okay, well, that sounds somewhat reasonable, except I felt like when I bought the Wii U, and this is still somewhat true, I feel like the Wii U is the system. I have fewer games for the Wii U than I do for the Virtual Boy, which is saying something. Like and that's assuming we're not counting Wii games because I got plenty of Wii games. But the it was one of those things where because I didn't get a single title really on the Wii U that made it for me. And I don't get me wrong, Smash Brothers on the Wii U, Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, they were solid. They were all solid games, but they took way too long to come out, and they were too far between, and I was very disappointed with the Wii U on a whole. That said, I did get good use out of it. I used it for Netflix like crazy for a long time. And that's why I held off until they announced or at least got a few more games out. And I was still a little disappointed right off the bat with the Switch, but on the whole, my kids have made it more than worth it at this point. And it will not surprise me if Link does something to me like I did to my dad, which is when he moves out, it would not surprise me if he claims the Switch as his own and takes it with him. And I would not blame him if he did that. Oh, no. I don't like it when that happens. Let's re-up that. Do we have any other good food on us? Not really. I should make better food. Keep meaning to try the Ryu versions of the HD Zelda remasters on it. I'll probably emulate them, though I have a Wii U. That... Actually, I'm glad you said that. I don't think I own the remasters. At least not all of them. I have, like, the remastered... Actually, I don't think... I'm trying to think if I have any of them. I don't think I do. Because they did a Wind Waker remaster for the Wii U, right? That was the big deal one, if you will. Wasn't the Wii U still suffering from lack of 1080p, though? Or am I crazy on that? I can't remember where they fixed that problem. Was that... Maybe not. Bought them a while ago. Yeah, I keep thinking I should probably go out to eBay and see what they're going for. I have the originals, though, so... It's that whole, how many times do you buy a copy of something Nintendo makes? But an HD remaster of some of those games would be nice. Wind Waker and Twilight got re-released on the Wii U? Do I have Twilight for the Wii U? Even the Switch can't do 1080p? Is it really not 1080p? Are you sure about that? Not well. Sometimes. Okay, so we hit the ocean on this side. I was not hoping to see that. Just keep walking, though. See where we end up. Could go down here, but I'm going to go up. I don't like that thing, though. So we're going to avoid those. They are not my friend. Hear a fueling. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you, Tech. I'm really surprised Nintendo hasn't dropped, the quote-unquote Switch Pro yet. Same system, same form factor, full cross compatibility, but it can play newer and better games, and the older games play better on it. Like, I was really expecting it last year, and I expected the OLED to have the upgraded hardware too when they said that, but that didn't happen either. Yeah, it just seems like a no-brainer at this point. Oh. I also heard an arrow again. I feel like I'm hearing things with these arrows. I probably am. Gotta keep my head on a swivel in this game. What is that noise? I don't know what that noise is. I'd say troll, but we're not in a forest. I am being hunted? What does that mean? Oh. Come on, wolves. Oh, bad. Am I still being hunted? I'm gonna die. Why are my wolves not helping me? Apparently, tame wolves will not help you fight untamed wolves. I don't know what that's about. Alas. You know what we should do? Sleep. Okay, I'm gonna go get my stuff, and then I'm probably gonna switch to Pokemon, just to give it a try. See how it goes. See if I can get into the game, or if it bores me very quickly. See if I can get a shiny first try. I mean, I'll try. I'll try to get a shiny first try, but I won't keep trying to get a shiny first try. I don't know how that works in this game. Like in the other games, that's a lot of resets. I don't know. I think the hot tub's broken. Can't find the stairs. I'm stuck on the second floor. Oh, I found them. Don't you just hate it when you get lost in a hotel? Is this the front door? No. Where's the front? There it is. It's even open. You've never played any Pokemon game? So, Pokemon, in my mind, is a little bit weird for why it was ever a good game. And this is why I say that. It is by far and away it is a collection game, right? It is about collecting things, which there's nothing wrong with that. You know, good collection games are valuable. Okay. And it has kind of that JRPG like battle system that's pretty easy for anybody to pick up on, and it's pretty straightforward, rock paper scissors type stuff. But the plot, like, which I always, for most RPGs, I always felt like the plot was the thing that made the game, right? If the game didn't have a plot, there was a death skeeto literally right outside the door. If the game didn't have any plot, there was no sense in really playing it. And the first game's plot was fairly weak, like in general. But I think, at least for younger kids, the thing that made up for it was the television show. So you were kind of applying your own plot, like via the television show, if that makes sense. Like you were imagining, at least I was. That's kind of how I played it. And there was like playing against your friends to get better Pokemon and stuff like that. Like the collection aspect of it drove it for kids. But as an adult, it didn't have enough story to really drive me. But that got a little bit better with some of the newer ones. But even then, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. They knew how to hit you. And now it's even worse with the cards and all that. Like they get, Pokemon gets you, if you're a parent and Pokemon isn't affecting your wallet, you're an amazing parent. Like, can't I ride? Oh, that Death Skeeto's in here. That's not good. I'm just gonna run in circles. Oh, thank you. Can't I ride these things? I thought there was a way to ride them. Maybe I'm crazy. And I did play, and I played a little bit of this on stream. I did play a little bit of the Arceus Legends one, and that felt a little bit better. Not a ton, but a little bit. Like I was enjoying the brief gameplay that I had in that one. Okay, I think I'm just gonna run. Maybe. I don't have any items. Okay, I guess this one wolf is all that's coming with me. Let's go, wolf. Let's try to get to where I died. Yeah. My wolf's still with me? You're not moving fast enough, wolf. This is cool. I'm not losing any stamina. That never happens. Am I, like, breaking the rules of the game or something? How can I run like this? Suppose I don't have any armor on. You see that? I was like breaking rocks with my feet. We're gonna recoup some stam in case I need to run in the opposite direction. Which to the left of my map. No, that's no skill. Are those good wolves or bad wolves? Okay. I thought they were all the bad ones coming after me again. That would have been bad. I didn't know that no skill drain also meant like infinite stam though. Maybe it is though. I didn't know I could run. Okay, equip. 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 Let's change that out. Let's we'll leave that for now. We'll take that with us. Change that for that. I think that's good enough for now. Could equip the belt, but I kind of want to keep going. At the same time, I want to go try Pokemon. I'm putting a little bit of effort into this game every Sunday, okay? Just so I can try to say I'm making forward progress. This is, to some degree, there's some parallels between this and Pokemon in the sense that, like, there's not a ton of story right now, or ever, right? It's just, do this, conquer this. And I understand that. It's open world, which I kind of like too, but... You've played this before, right, Tech? Like, I feel like I've seen you've got like 6 hours in this game or something. I was thinking this might make a good Steam game too. Steam Deck game. Just so I'm clear. Do-do-do. Get all these wolves safely back home. Not you again. Oh, he's coming for me. Maybe. Really? Got him. It is. That's just it. It is slow. It is a extremely chill, slow game, and I will say this: it is 100 times better playing with friends. This game was way more fun when I was playing with Cheppy and Forth and Kata than it is playing it solo. I do not disagree with that at all. And that's true of every game I have ever played. Every game I play is better with friends. Even if it's single player, if they're playing it at the same time I'm playing it, that's better. That's actually, again, one of the things that makes Pokemon better, is everybody all playing it and, like, being like, oh, I got this far today. Oh, I got, you know, I caught this Pokemon. You want to trade? I lost visual on it. Nope. Visual restored. And now I got its attention. Nope, Wolf got it. No, it didn't. Wait, what just happened there? Was there a second one? There was. Get it, Wolfie. Please? Wait, is it killing my wolves? I think it killed my wolf. Where'd it go? That was a strange Deathsquito. That boar is afraid of something. That's really weird. Okay. Let's try it. Let's try a different game. I'm gonna go hop in a hot tub and log out. Trying to think what other games that I'd like to try. Also, Pepsi with real sugar is like completely messing with my head today for some reason. I don't know what that's about. I think they're recycle. Do. Just close the gate for now. Do. Where was the hot tub room? Is this the hot tub room? No. Hot tub. Never remember how to make the hot tub go. I don't have any wood. No, forget that then. Guess we'll just log out here. Quit. Yes. Okay, let's try this. We're going to switch games. Hey, Cassandra, we are switching games. We're going to try Pokemon. We're going to try Pokemon Scarlet and see how this goes. That button. How you doing today, Cassandra? You having a good day? I'm also assuming I can play this game with a controller. At least I really hope I can. If I can't play it with a controller, then this isn't going to last very long either. Let's see. Not that one. How about this one? That's the audio. Maybe it is this one. Why is it way down here, though? Interesting. Well, we'll just do this. Oh, we have an echo, too. No, which one's creating the echo, though? English. Okay, where's the echo coming from? Huh. Duchess was playing this? Nice. Okay, let's try this. What is my name? JJDB210. How's Duchess doing? I didn't get to see any of Duchess's stream. Are you ready to start the game with these settings? I don't know. Am I? I feel like my eyes are the wrong color, and I'm gonna get picky about this. Eye contacts? Apparently everybody in Pokemon wears contacts. I mean, that kind of looks like me. I'm down with it. You went to the movies yesterday? What movie did you see, Aaron? What else can I change about my look? Oh, nothing. I am ready, I guess. Avatar 2? Nice. I think my kids went and saw that with my wife. Did you enjoy it? Did you see it in 3D? UVA Academy. Enrollment application. I'm enrolling in school, you guys. Good. I liked the first one. First one was good. The Crest. UVA Academy, featuring the world's largest Pokeball on the roof, leading the way into the future while valuing our individuality. Okay. We're all individuals here. It's time for you, too, to dive into the world of Pokemon. By throwing a Pokeball up into the air and watching it disappear in a bright white light. Director Clavel, head of UVA Academy. I'm pretty sure that's the bad guy. Clavel, it sounds Machiavellian. I don't know. Paldea is a sprawling region bursting with lush nature and magnificent landscapes. It also, of course, is home to the mysterious creatures known to us as Pokemon. They reside here in great numbers, in fact. Like Pikachu. Wait, that's not Pikachu. What is that? That looks like Cheppy's red fox dude. Red panda. That's what it is. Pokemon can be found living all over. I don't need back history. Yeah, that's nice. I'm just gonna start hitting A over and over again. I don't care what the Academy can do for me. I want to know what I can do for the Academy. Is that so wrong? Okay, I gotta admit, that Pokemon looks pretty cool. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna find my true self, you guys. We, the faculty and staff at UVA Academy, can't wait to welcome you with open arms. That's okay, I don't really like hugs. Ooh, 8-bit eyes. Just saying. Pokemon Violet, the game you've decided to play. Oh wait, I was supposed to do something to my graphic settings? Yeah, we're just gonna roll with it. Look at those 8-bit eyes. Is Navi gonna wake up? Maybe. That's what this feels like, doesn't it? A little flight. Wake up! Listen! I think it crashed. Hi, I'm a green parrot Pokemon with a rock on my head. It's actually a tumor, but nobody cared to ask. Look at that beautiful house. You fixed your PC? Congrats! What'd you end up doing, Jake? Now saving. Hey, look it. He's got a white Nintendo Switch back there. And some stickers. Get up. Okay. I'm up. The shriveled up plush made with care using nice soft material, just like Beta 64's new plush. Reinstalling Windows did it? Good job. Mucha, mucha. A squirrel's in the house. Get it. Don't let it out. We need dinner tonight. Oh, I think that's our mom. It's never a dad in these Pokemon games. I don't know what that's about. Good morning, JJDB210. Oh, already in your uniform and everything? Well, it's your first day at a new school after all. I'm so excited for you. I'm going to ditch my first day. Is that okay? Still, you might want to cool your engines before you go racing out the door. The school's contacted me and said you're supposed to wait here a little while longer. That's a weird school. Their words, not... That's interesting. Apparently, there's something very important for your first day that still hasn't arrived. Oh, I'm guessing my first Pokemon. I guess I gotta go answer the door. It's on my sister's Microsoft account and signed in. So now I'm on my account. Nice. Do forgive the intrusion. Yo, Master J... Master. I'm already a Pokemon Master, you guys. See? Look it. I'm 2 minutes in. This was a speed run. Delay in introducing yourself. That's too bad. I'm the director. Lavelle. Well, I'm responsible for the entire academy, including any failures. So here at last are the enrollment documents that should have been given to you. It's about time. Goodness, you really needn't have. Since you've come all this way, can I at least offer you a cup of tea? That is the fun, Jake Pro Ninja, getting it all cleaned up. Bag and hat. Okay, I'll go get a bag and hat. Can I make this go any faster? I like the stairwell. I want to build a stairwell with this weird texture for a railing. Random pattern brick. Also, my bedroom doesn't have any doors. I'm living in a loft. You found a hat. And a backpack. This is a little slow, but I'm okay with it, as long as it gets going faster. Press the X button to open the menu. That's nice. I open the menu. I open the menu again. I open the menu one more time. It didn't do anything. Just install the ones you play, Jake Pro Ninja. Like, one at a time as you play them. Keep your hard drive clean. Are you all ready for your big day? Have you installed software to back up your data this time? Have you tried Backblaze? Backblaze, a wonderful tool for backing up your computer. Yes, the uniform of our storied academy suits you quite well. Oh, gracious, how very careless of me. I forgot to give you a Pokemon. A most important thing. I knew it. He's going to give me a Pokemon. Let's do it. I don't wonder. I know. All students must start with their very first Pokemon. Maybe. Says you have backups? Well, that's good then. Here in your front yard, we'll look for a bug-type Pokemon. We're going to start you off with a worm, known as Diglett. Dear Pokemon, time to come out of your Pokeballs. Okay. Whoosh. Ooh, look at them. Big choice, everybody. It's time for the big choice. Do we want... Oh my gosh, I can't say these names. Do we want Sprigatito, the grass cat Pokemon? I don't like cats, but I do like grass types. Intriguing. Fuecoco, the fire croc Pokemon, known for Fooey. Craw! Or Donald Duck. Quaxley, the duckling Pokemon. Pomp? Really? No. He doesn't say Pomp. They're all very good company, why they usually refuse to leave my side. What's this? They all love you. New plan. You get to start with all three. What a mannerly fellow that director is. He's evil, Mom. I know, he's gonna give me detention. I don't want to get to know them. I want to put one of them in a Pokeball and start battling. What did she just give me? Ooh, a Rotom. That's my real first Pokemon. Pokemon called Rotom lives within it. I'm going to battle with Rotom. How do I run? Maybe this button? Maybe this button? 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 Okay, none of the buttons appear to be run. Oh, there goes Quack Ears. What are you doing, Quackers? Why are you running over here? Okay, I don't know what Quacker's problem is. Cabo Poco. Hey, now I'm running. How did I figure that out? Hey, what are you doing? The power of science compels you? Just gonna run up to this house here. Break through the gate. After walking with your Pokemon, who have you decided on? Oh, this is gonna be my rival's house, isn't it? Oh, I lost all three. What have I done? Okay, Quacker's taking a bath. It's the clean Pokemon. Kitty Cat found a litter box. And, Yoshi is found a peach. And instead of eating it, burned it to high heaven. Oh. Are you these trainers? Not exactly. Not quite. Who do I pick, you guys? Okay, the fire type one is, has some developmental problems. Not saying anything against that, but I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with him. He's eating burned peaches. Maybe we should go with him. Help him out. Yeah, I'm their newest student. I'm already a star. See, this is the problem with Pokemon games. It literally is going to take me an hour to get to the gameplay. So, historically, I don't know if this is true in this game, Tech, but historically, you can't get the other two without trading for them, which is kind of annoying. I don't want to be your friend. What's wrong? Did I scare you off? Maybe I came out a little strong? President of the Student Council and champion ranked trainer? I absolutely love Pokemon battling. You want to battle? Oh, come on. Neighbors and classmates? Oh, no. It's going to be a love story, isn't it? Oh, this one in this one they're in the wild? Like in Pokemon like Red, they weren't in the wild. Hey, Kimball Donald. Donald Kimball. Hi, Donnie. How's it going? We're trying Pokemon out tonight. Who do I pick? I think there's really only one choice. None of them. Oh. I tried. How about we go over here? Can I jump? There's no jump button. Can I sneak out of here? Okay. We're gonna go find a Pikachu. Oh my gosh. Why did I walk that way? Well, here's what I know. I don't like cats. So that one's gone. And this one doesn't seem very intelligible. And this one's like Donald Duck, which is a Disney character. So you can glitch your way out? Oh. Can then I start with something else? I'm going to go with Quaxley. I don't normally go water type, but I'm going to go Quaxley. It's a wooden piano chair. I don't think that's right, Jake Pro Ninja, but if you say so. Breaks the game to be unplayable if I remember right. Well, that sounds about right. See, I was a Bulbasaur way back in the day. Yes, I would like to give Quaxley a nickname. I don't remember what it was. What did I call Quaxley? What did I call him before? Quackers? Call him Quackers. I was going to go with Howard, but Quackers sounds more fun. Quack, quack, quack. Do-do-do. Now that was a weird movie. The Mighty Ducks? It's an epically good movie. D2 was even better. Oh, Howard the Duck. Yeah, no, Howard the Duck's a weird movie. Howard the Duck. Yeah. I did make a Howard the Duck reference, too. I made both. Quaxley seems to have taken quite a liking to you. Stop calling me master. Please raise it with love and care. No, I'm taking the anti-hero role in this game. Normally I play the good guy. I'm going to be the anti-good guy this time around. Why can't you believe it? Oh my gosh. They put Howard the Duck in one of the Marvel movies. I thought that was funny. Releasing Quaxley. Oh, we could let Quackers go. It's a good idea. I think we need to get another Pokemon first, though. I'm not reading any of this. Squirtle is pretty cool. He does wear those cool sunglasses. Now we're going to the beach? I like how the cat didn't get chosen. As it should be. Squirtle and Pikachu. All three of the original starting Pokemon were solid. Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle. It was hard to go wrong. Let's fight. Let's do it. I trust you remember. Yeah, I've never done a Pokemon battle before in my life. I'm guessing there are like just two options to pick from in terms of moves, and I just picked the one that does damage, right? Not a huge fan of the mime. I'm with you. Trying to think. I don't know. Articuno was the must-have on my Gen 1 Pokemon team. I was a big Articuno fan. I'd give it Blizzard with a TM. Oh, man. That thing was powerful. That was back when TMs could only be used once. Battle. Water gun. You're about to get wet. Go, Donald Duck. It's super effective. It's true in this game too, but you can craft them at Poke Centers now. Oh, interesting. So they brought back one-time use, but you can get unlimited of them. That's nice. Couldn't do that in the other game. You gonna send out a second Pokemon, or are you gonna cheat? You're not gonna cheat? Okay. Quackers is level 6. And she's in love with me. Ooh. Relearn any moves at any point. So wait, could I like re-up my TM powers simply by relearning a move? Because that was the other thing. It used to like reset that stuff. Sure, where are you? Okay, for the record, I'm still not going to school. I'll just go with don't worry about it. I think Clavel has the wrong definition of friends. Hey, I've got the Pokédex now. I can begin my collection. I should play more Pokemon Snap. That's what I really should play. But filling out your Pokédex by hand? When I was a kid. Technical glitches, general speed, battles in particular are so much slower. If you ever played Pokemon Legends, the spin-off from last February, they streamlined battle speed and it was awesome. For some reason, they really went backward in that regard. I did play Arceus, and I didn't play a ton of it, but it was definitely a better take on Pokemon, or a different take, I should say. We're just gonna leave this Pokemon. Oh no, it's leaving. Oh, now we gotta go catch a Pokemon together. They really need a mode where you can just skip past all of this. I mean, it's been the same in every Pokemon game for the last 30 years. This is like a perfect example of not breaking the formula. Oh no, she's met my mother. That's right, ma'am. Leave it to me. Gosh. Why is my nose so itchy today? Just keep rubbing it on the mic. Played Pokemon Go daily and played Let's Go just long enough to unlock Meltan. See, now, Pokemon Go... That's... In my mind, that is the perfect... That is the perfect Pokemon game. I mean, it doesn't have any of the story, and you can't sit down and play it forever. But that's what makes it so perfect. Pokemon Go is just beautiful. I wish it had, like, badges. Like, legit badges. Someday. But people would get them so quickly. I mean, you get like the little diamond thingies. I know what you're talking about, Jake, but it's not. There's not like a story progression story thing, which I guess makes sense. Shouldn't be able to beat Pokemon Go. That would kind of ruin it. Which is probably again why it makes the perfect Pokemon game. Okay, she's fast. She should consider, like... I think she got up that hill faster than I'm going to be able to get up it, so she should consider a sprinting career. We're on the crazy path. No, little path. Poco means little. All right, this here is the little path. Un poco loco. It's the path that leads to adventure for you and me. It's also the path to school. I hear things are different than in town. You're going to see wild Pokemon. They're everywhere. It's an epidemic. Get close to one and you'll have to battle. You've got Quaxley now. It's Quackers. Okay, Quackers, let's do this. Got all your games already downloaded, Jake Pro Ninja? Guess I'm fighting a pig now. This is the other thing they haven't really upgraded. The soundtrack. It's the same battle music. No, you should... I don't think you can get into this situation without a Pokemon. You get sent back... If you have no living Pokemon, you get teleported to a Pokemon Center. I am tempted to try to lose this fight, though. I won't, though. Oh, I don't know. In the cartoon series, the Pokemon would beat up the trainers, and then the trainers would need to get healed. Like the birds, the Pidgeys chasing Ash. Oh, that was a classic moment. If you've never seen like the first 10 episodes of Tech, or not of Tech, of Pokemon Tech, the original series, you should watch like the first 10 episodes. They're so silly, and yet that like it explains everything you need to know about Pokemon in 10 episodes or less. Because I think it can't even be 10 episodes. It's got to be like 5. Because Ash gets Pikachu. I'm just trying to think through how quickly does Ash... It's got to be in the first 5. The Pidgey incident. Now I've got 15 Pokeballs. Head to the lighthouse. I thought I was supposed to go to school. I'm going to catch this thing, though. Still can't jump. I don't know what I just did, but whatever. Ah, forget catching a Pokemon. With the Squirtle gang? Yeah, the Squirtle gang's pretty good, too. Everything through the first 8 badges I really liked. The whole first series of Pokemon anime. It's good stuff. Misty and Brock and their budding relationship. Nurse Joy and Brock and their relationship. Oh, I found one of those little panda Pokemons. Get 'em, Quackers. Howdy ho, Dismond. Good to see you. Welcome to not Valheim. I switched games. Played an hour of Valheim. Now I'm playing an hour of this, seeing if I can get addicted to it or not. Quackers is paralyzed. Quackers is dead. Let's use a potion because Paralyze Heal isn't going to do us any good. Got some PC parts from Amazon today. Nice. What'd you get? What'd you get? Oh yeah, OG Ash. Oh my gosh. Some of the things the original Ash would say to Misty about relationships were so well timed. Things I didn't catch that because I wasn't an adult at the time. It is fun to go back and watch them. Like I enjoy sitting down and watching them with my kids because it's so hilarious. And the kids don't even know what's going on. An i7, an SSD, a hard drive, MOBO, and a power supply. That's I mean, you're missing RAM, but other than that, you're in good shape. A little bit of RAM, and you'll be playing video games in no time. Which i7? 13. Did you get a 13? What is it? 13700? 13500? I don't know the numbers. It's more than half. RAM's tomorrow. That's half the PC right there. 13700. Nice. I don't want to give Pawmi a nickname. Paw. I'll just call it Paw. Okay, Paw. Paw has been added to your party. Number 22 on your Pokedex. I don't like you. Oh, I'm going to fight you anyway, though. Okay, Quackers. Water gun. Still paralyzed. Water gun again. What are you going to get for a new keyboard, Jake Pro Ninja? My face cam is so out of focus. Are you sure you don't have the bit rate set too low? Because it looks like I'm in focus. Let me check. No, I'm in focus. I think you're imagining things. Seriously? I look that out of focus? Hold on. I'm frozen? What? No, I'm not. You guys are playing with my mind. That sounds like a bandwidth problem. You're downloading stuff, Jake. You're downloading the entire internet right now. You're using bandwidth for other things. It's not me. It's you. It's you. I'm uploading at a balmy 6,000 kilobytes per second or bits. I think it's kilobits per second right now. But it's not me. I refuse to accept that I'm the problem. Hi, it's me. I'm not the problem, it's you. It's fine now. Well, that's because you stopped downloading things. That's just my face. It's just my face. That's the way I look. I'm blurry in real life, too. People are always, like, cleaning their glasses when I come by. Why are you so blurry, man? What's that button do? I mean, it makes me slow, but... How many Pokemon have I caught? Apparently not enough. Hey, you. You're getting the hang of how to catch Pokemon. Yeah, I am. Stop sneaking up on me. It was a random noise. Okay, I'm going to go straight to the unsafe cave. Cutscene. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jake Pro Ninja. It's not me. I'm not the problem. It's me. No, it's you. It's that dead Pokemon in the sand. I see it. It's being eaten by 2 other Pokemon. They're hungry. Okay, he's kind of cool looking. Oh, now the cliff's going to give way. I'm going to fall. Whoa! I'm pretty sure I fell, and then I levitated, and then I fell again. Yippee, yippee. There may be some glitches. Grrr. Too weak to move. Now's a good time to throw a Pokeball at it. Pokeball. Doesn't seem to think that'll do the trick. Oh, well. I guess I can give it my sandwich. That was my lunch. He doesn't like sandwiches. Can't believe I'm giving it my first day lunch. Oh my gosh, it ate my hand. Hello, I'm a free asset from the Unity Game Store. I would gladly join you on your adventure. As long as it's into that cave. What, you're just going to take my lunch and leave? I do not accept. What now? I don't speak Pokemon. Oh, it wasn't a Subway sandwich. He's not eating fresh. Activate Turbo Boosters. It's Morphin time. Wait. No. It's Morbin time. I'm Megazord. Turn this into Power Rangers. Purple Ranger. I don't think there was a Purple Ranger. Red, black, yellow, pink, blue, and then they added green. From the original 6. There was 5, and then there was 6. I always thought it was interesting that Green Ranger's Megazord was as big as the other 5 Megazords put together. Just didn't seem fair. And then later he got to change colors to be the White Ranger. Sadly, that actor died not too long ago. Not supposed to be in this cave, purple Pokemon. It's filled with uranium, which is harmful to my species. There you are. Are you okay? I'm going to go with I'm managing. Thank goodness, I was worried. If you've gotten hurt because I said we should go looking for whatever made that cry, well, then I'd be to blame. I'm just going to grab a new Pokemon. Is that okay? Hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm just going to keep following you. I'm going to go jump into the uranium. Uranium baths are a good way to relieve yourself of, life. No. Hey, it's a Diglett. Yeah, worry about Digletts later. It's also a good way to get superpowers. I've seen it in the comics. You want to be Spider-Man? Uranium. You want to be Batman? Uranium. I mean, I've never played the game before, Donnie, so probably no self-imposed challenges per se. I'm not even sure I'm going to play it ever again. I had to try it tonight. I don't know why. Find the wizard. Is the wizard in this game? The pinball wizard? There's been a lot of pinball on Twitch this weekend. I need more pinball in my life. Pokemon Pinball, classic Game Boy Color game. It had Rumble. Oh my gosh. Is straight up... I wonder what that move was. How are you seeing all this? Where are you that you're able to see what is going on? Are you, like, up there? Something's coming. Oh, no. Behind you. It's behind you. It's a Houdini. Houdini? It's a Houdini. Houdoomy. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. You gotta get past the 2 hours of tutorial. It's a level 40. Okay, I can beat this. I knew I should have pre-leveled. Wait, where'd my Pokemon go? Did my Pokemon literally get scared? Now he's a Blue Eyes Yellow Dragon. No, I mean Yellow Eyes Blue Dragon. Yellow Eyes Purple Dragon. Prepare for an epic fight. Make it double. Oh, you're gonna save me now because you ate my lunch? I'm still gonna be hungry at lunch, though. What are you gonna do about it? Up here, quick. Now I'm going to trap you in a Pokeball for all of eternity. You know, starting the game with a legendary Pokemon makes me feel special. Just like Dot's Homestyle Pretzels, the pride of Dakota. North Dakota Originals, tasty and delicious. Get some today. Not sponsored, we just like them that much. Way to go. For a second, I thought you were both goners. We were. Seems like it might be able to trap you in a Pokeball. Might be able to trap me in a Pokeball? Maybe. It's pretty smart. You get one of every Pokemon in the tutorial? Oh man, this game's gonna be so short. I don't know if it's okay. Yeah, let's just ignore the injured Pokemon and talk about our relationship. I've been pre-programmed to destroy all of humanity. Do you think this fellow was the one making that mysterious cry? Sure. Such a mystery. Let's exchange numbers. Oh, see, that's her pickup line right there. She's like, we got to battle again. Give me your phone number. And try that one. No, I'm not, because I'm married. Never mind. I'm gonna have Link try that though. Hey, I want to battle you in Pokemon. Can I have your phone number? This will let you teach a Pokemon move to help it battle stronger opponents. You have tamed TM032 Swift. Man, I'm so good at this game, it just keeps giving me stuff. I thought we were supposed to get to school. Why are we going to the lighthouse? Are you going to eat me? Guess not. School is for nerds. Yeah, I'm already ditching. It's the first day. I'm going to get a truancy warning. I'm going to send the Pokemon police after me. Why that little... That was awkward timing. What are you doing here? You stole my purple pants. Wait, why is everybody wearing purple pants? I'm not talking to you two. You can shove off. That's okay. Wait, I know you. Aren't you Arvin? You're enrolled in the humanities track, right? All the cool kids do science. Aren't you the son of that Pokemon researcher, Professor Oak? Wait, Turo? That's not a tree. Professor Tree. I'm going to call him Professor Tree. Lime green is the best color, only if we're talking Skittles. Doesn't matter who my dad is. The real issue here is what in the world this Pokemon is doing out here. I haven't finished programming it. And what is with this form it's in? I'm going to go with it's safe. No, I met it at the bottom of this cliff, and you see, that Pokemon saved him, but it seems like he wore itself out in the process. It got kind of, slumpy. There's a word, slumpy. It's the 8th dwarf that nobody ever talks about. Slumpy the dwarf. It's unbelievably strong. You know what? Jake Pro Ninja, you might be right. Hold on a sec. I didn't really think about this till just now, but I think we can solve part of the problem here. Hold on. I mean, is that lime green? That's lime green. Okay, there we go. Is this Pokemon's name? How do you know it? This is Pokemon Lime Green Edition. Don't remember ever seeing you around here, but given the uniform, you go to the academy too. No, I'm not wearing a purple uniform. I'm wearing a lime green uniform. Given the uniform, wait. Pokemon that old trainer can hope to command. It's special. Special how? What sort of Pokemon is it? You think you're up to ordering around? Then how about I test your worthiness? Sure. Well, look at that. Quite a little go-getter, are you? Okay, dude. Your skin's a little blue. That's a cool Pokeball, though. Uh-oh. It's that killer squirrel from before. Okay, Quackers. Oh, I like the new hat, Quackers. Okay. I need a plan. Oh, Quackers has been healed, so we're good. Okay. We're going to use Water Gun. Quackers sprays it with water. It tries to bite us instead. It has sharp teeth. We should have seen that coming. We spray it with water yet again. It's now wet. You can tell by the blue health bar. We spray it with water a third time. It can't handle that much water. It died of water poisoning. And Quackers developed purple lips. Seems you know a thing or two about battling. Do. This way if my son watches the stream, I can tell him I wasn't playing Pokemon Violet. I was playing Pokemon Lime Green Edition. I guess I wasn't ever going to stand a chance using some Pokemon I only just caught. Yeah, poor squirrel. Oh, we're just stealing Pokeballs now? We don't even have to catch them? I stole it from my professor. Maybe we're all Smurfs on this planet. Pokemon Smurf Edition. Next time he and I are battling, I'm going to wring some answers out of him. Okay. We gotta climb the lighthouse. Can't wait to show you a view of our school. Okay. Okay, I'll end the crazy colors now. It was fun while it lasted. Your Pokedex has been updated. The Alula keyboard? I don't know much about that one. Tell me about it. Is it mechanical? What color caps? Does it have LEDs? And that huge building with the Pokeball? That's our school. I'm going to do that as a senior class prank for my son. I'm going to put a giant Pokeball on top of his school. But all that schoolwork... Don't think of it as schoolwork. Think of it as tons of chances to learn about Pokemon, because in life, that's all we need to know. Pokemon. Mountains, forests, grasslands, beautiful nature stuff as far as the eye can see. All of it owned by the school. And you know what's waiting for you all over these natural spaces? Tons of Pokemon. Welcome to Paldea. But anyway, like you can see, it's kind of a hike to get to school from here. We'll stop by the Poke Center first. Los Plados, for starters. That's right on the way. Okay. Mine has a black square caps. My new one I'm going to get is white with road caps and LEDs. But, like, what's the, what kind of switches? That's what I meant to say. Not caps. Switches. Are they, I forget what all the different colors of switches mean. You got the quick responsive ones. You got the not quick. I don't... Uh-oh. We found a pig. Blue? Okay. Blue's a good color. I guess. Boom. I don't even know what mine are. Let me look. Orange. Might be brown. I can't tell. Do-do-do. Hey, let's battle, said this little kid. Sure, I like to pick on little kids. If you talk to a Pokemon trainer like me, it means we're going to battle, even if I'm a 3-year-old, with a giant Tauros on my shirt. You are challenged by the youngster Elian. It's gonna have a Tauros. Ooh, a tart. Oh, that's a yarn ball. You know what's weak to yarn? Water. I don't know that. So this game has EXP all, it looks like, based on what I saw a little bit ago. I guess I feel okay about that. Keyboard is nice beside it broke. Well, I mean, it's yeah, broke keyboards aren't as nice. I do agree with that. I was surprised at how much of a difference a keyboard can make. I was just playing with like a regular run-of-the-mill keyboard for a really long time, and then I got the one that I have now, which is a slightly higher-end keyboard. Actually, it's a much higher. Ooh, it's a Psyduck. Psy-I-I. And it shaved like a minute and a half off my Tetris speedrun time, which was kind of cool. Okay, this is a water-on-water Pokemon fight now. Let's do this. He's got Psychic, though. Maybe I should try Pound. Another Tail Whip. My defense fell. This is a little slow. I'd like to be able to just, like, aim my buttons, like... Maybe there's something in settings I can change to make this go... Like, can I shut off battle animations? Make it go a little fast. Oh, I want to catch it. Bag. Pokeball. Sigh-yi-yi. Psyduck was caught. Psyduck was another hit in the animated series. By far and away, Misty's best Pokemon. Why do I keep hitting yes to this question? Psyduck. There's another one. I don't want to deal with another one. Let's just get to that Pokemon Center. It's relatable. I mean, okay. I mean, I would say, at least for me, the more relatable part is Psyduck constantly being a pain. This is true. Is this really the Pokemon Center? Like an outdoor Pokemon Center? Okay, I gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed here. It's your ticket to making TMs. I mean, I'm not saying that Pokemon Centers had to be a big deal, but I mean, there were registered nurses working at the Pokemon Center, 20 years ago. Now there's just random people standing behind a counter. That's true. They did use some. It's pretty distinguished. I don't need to walk around with my Pokemon. They have auto battle though. That's kind of interesting. I don't need. I'm all good. No, I wanted to heal. I'd like to heal my Pokemon. Year 50.40 Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out. I mean, why? GTA 5 is almost a perfect game. For adults. Just like to add that part. I mean, this new gun van they just added, eh. Okay, hold on. I want to check my bag here. I can figure out how. Bag. Where'd that cool Pokeball go? Wait, what are these? TM materials? Okay. Picnic items, key items. Use this item. You seem to hear the director's voice echoing inside your head. Really? This hardly seems the time or place. I disagree. I mean, I would recommend that you look into one of the role-playing servers if that's something that bothers you, because on the role-playing servers, at least they have to have a reason. Okay, I'm just going to ignore everybody in town, because I'm late for school, and my mom didn't pack me a lunch. So I'm just going to ignore everything. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? See, I've talked about my limited GTA experience here, and I shouldn't call it limited. The problem is it brings out the worst in me. Particularly, GTA satisfies this apparently deep, dark inner secret I have of wanting to drive large vans on sidewalks. So I don't play the game anymore. Encourages some really bad behavior. Are you the janitor? Are you lost? You're not wearing a school uniform. You look like security. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore you. What's this say? I just wanted to read the sign. As the sun rose on the door with the sun in front of it, I began to say to myself, giant doors allow giants into the building. This is true, Jake. That is what Tech told me too. Oi! You beat me to the big door. I haven't learned anything. But sure, I'll fight. Right in front of the big door with the sun on it. I'm going to lose this fight because I did not train my Pokemon at all. Let me guess, you're like level 15 already. Two Pokemon? Oh no. I'm using 5. And I'm still out-leveling you. Let's go, Quackers. Quacker's defense continues to fall. It would eventually happen, Tech. I agree. I think that's one of the reasons why we don't have real battling in Pokemon Go. Oh, was that what you were playing? Was that a VR game you were playing, Rich and Cheesy? Did you get your get it all set up for you today? Take back your office? I feel like I should throw a Pokeball at her Pokemon and try to capture it. You were playing something, was it? It wasn't August? Yeah, got the index controllers over Christmas. Moved stuff from the office toy room now to make it. Now? Nice. My Christmas trees are still up for another, look at, I celebrated Christmas today. I had a Christmas party today still, and I still have one more with you. Not too far away. Keep the current Pokemon. Oh, I got a Paw-Me too. I named it Paw. I'm trying out Pokemon here, Rich and Cheesy, and let me just say this is slow. By the if this was Pokemon Red, I'd have my first gym badge by now. Almost certain of it. What did that? They just crystallized their Pokemon and used thunder power on me. It's super effective against my water Pokemon. Doesn't seem fair. I don't know how to become a crystal. I'm going to send out a level 7. No, that's going to get killed immediately. I'll send this guy out. I'm going to lose, though. It's not fair that they've got, like, crazy moves. This is going to take a lot of luck to win now. I understand that the cheat move you're using is why you're going to win. Maybe you should teach me how to use this move. I haven't been taught this yet. What? What are you talking about, Jake Pro Ninja? I mean, I'd assume sun brainwashing is possible these days, but they can't turn people. Like, that would be illegal. Your crystal Pokemon is a little too strong for me. Luckily, I still have quick attacks. I might have a chance. This isn't good. Lightning on a flying type. He's going down. Okay, Psyduck. You're going to get wasted, but it's just the way it is. They put charges. I think you're watching too many YouTube videos, Jake Pro Ninja. And he's a bit nuts. It's a joke. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It's a joke. And illegal. If they actually did it. I'm going to lose. Like, there's no way to win. I have a revive. I probably could have revived. I probably should have revived. Ooh, I might have a chance to revive. I'm going to do it. Oh, don't let static hurt me. Okay, I got a plan. Beg, then revive. Use this item. Use it on... Oh, see, he'll get wrecked. This guy. We might get one more quick attack off. I don't like losing this early in the game. This makes me mad. Pokemon's supposed to be an easy game. Okay. We need a super effective quick attack. Oh, not effective enough. Miss. We're gonna die. Oh, oh, oh! We may have it! Yes! Take that. 1 health. I had 1 health left. Ugh. Are you going to show me how to do that crystal thing, you cheater? Come on. You can't testralize your Pokemon yet, huh? Don't worry. Yeah, no, you cheated. Oh, thanks for the revives. You killed half my Pokemon. You can go into this building and learn how to crystallize your Pokemon. The door's too big. I can't move it. I'm going to heal my Pokemon. Or I'm going to watch a cutscene. You know, they say that Tetris was a Russian ploy to take over the United States. Maybe this headset you're talking about, Jake Pro Ninja, is an American ploy to take over Russia by sending them new headsets. No, it's not a good idea. It's just not fair. Do 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 do. Okay, she didn't take a breather. She's still bothering me. Better get to school. World's longest tutorial with the hair salon. What do you want to see first? Neither. Tasty food. The hair salon. After that long walk, I hope you live at this school or that commute is going to be a living nightmare. I'm kind of with you. I still think I should just ditch school. I don't want to look around the city. I don't want to customize my uniform. It's against school policy. Meet in front of the school. Okay. Stairs in front of the school are no joke. I mean, they look like something out of Rocky. Okay, here's my plan. I'm going to go heal my Pokemon. I'm going to save my game, and then I'm going to stop playing. And maybe I'll play this again next Sunday. Or later this week, or something. Because at least I can make funny jokes about it. I don't know. I can make fun of the game. Like these giant doors that don't actually open. I just teleport through them via a black cutscene. Do. Hey, can you heal my Pokemon? I didn't talk to you. I talked to that person. I'd like to heal my Pokemon, please. Thank you. Oh, were they all... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, they were all pretty much dead, so that should do it. Okay, so let's just get a quick little progress update. I don't know how to get a quick little progress update here. Let's see where we got on our first night of playing this game. Took us an hour. Would you like to save your adventure? Yes, please. Now saving. You saved your progress. I want to look at my Pokedex. Pokeportal? What's this? Wait. Go back to that. What's the mystery gift? I want a mystery gift. Get via the internet. Sure. I'm going to get me a mystery gift. Now saving. Searching for gifts. Flying Terra type Pikachu gift. Sure. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it. It's a level 100 Pikachu. It is a Pikachu! Pikachu's data has been added to the Pokedex. Cool. Would you like to continue? Yes. Okay, so we got that. I want to go into the bag real quick. I got to figure out where my Pokedex is. I refuse to quit this game until I know how to use my Pokedex. What's this button do? Not a Pokedex. What's this button do? Pokedex. This is the weirdest Pokedex ever. Can I change this to, like, National Pokedex? No. I'm guessing the National Pokedex unlocks later. What's X do? 4 more volumes until your next reward. So you get, like, books. So this is, like, seen, I'm guessing. Why don't I have the cat one seen? I saw the cat one, just not in battle. Seen, and then caught. Interesting. Okay, well, we got a ways to go. But we have seen 10, caught 6. So, not bad for our first night. We got a full team. Okay, so we've saved. We're going to hit this button. We're going to go down here. We're going to hit sleep mode. Put the thing to sleep. And we're going to hit this button. And we're going to end stream. Guys, I appreciate you coming out for this chill Sunday night of, I guess, Valheim and Pokemon. That was interesting. I have a ways to go on Pokemon, it seems. It's not so bad. I will say that. And I mean, both Donnie and Duchess are streaming right now. Let's see. Randomized Majora or Minecraft with Duchess. Let's go say hi to Duchess. I love Donnie, and Donnie was here earlier, but I don't get to raid Duchess very often because Duchess hasn't streamed in a while. So let's go support that. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. So Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow night. Is it going to be an early or a late stream or neither? I don't know. My schedule this week again is all messed up, and it's just going to keep being messed up, and that it's just the way it is. So, watch the Discord for details. I think it might be an early stream depending on how the day goes. Don't know what we're doing. We'll go with the flow. So with that, I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you guys for the raids. Thank you guys for the follows. Thank you guys for the resubs, PK. And yeah, say hi in the Discord. Have some fun. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And until next trip, see ya.